Hello YouTube, I am Zayn26 and today I'm going to show you my Flatgrass map. I used the downloadable Flatgrass map and I'm just going to show you what it looks like since I've built it for a while. I've had it for a while, so I built a ton of stuff. So let's check it out. Alright, here we are, Flatgrass. I have done quite a few things with this, but the most impressive one, I think, is this series of traps. And I know that fire is a bit annoying, and yes, my house is on fire, but it's netherrack, so it doesn't spread. So, the puzzle of doom. If you pick the right one, run forward fast or you will die. You've been warned. The only way out is down. Every switch goes down. Follow the hallways. Alright, so let's check it out. Now, each switch supposedly goes straight down, and I'm assuming the wrong switches go down to bedrock. So I will push the right switch, which is very obvious. But before I do that, I want to show you what happens if you push the wrong switch. So let's see what happens if you push the right switch. And it's broken again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. It's supposed to it's supposed to close back up, and this one's supposed to open at the same time as this one, but apparently the update broke the redstone. So yeah, and this does go all the way down to bedrock. Second part of the trap is right here. It says leap of faith anyone with a lot of question marks. Yes, it is possible, but you have to be prepared. Beware large hole ahead. And behold a pit of lava. Since I built this, I know how it works, so I'm going to tell you right now, you want to try to float, not in the lava, but in what's under it, which is obviously water, since I already kind of gave it away. Now, if I had not floated for any longer, I would have fallen straight through down to bedrock, so I have to be prepared. And behold a water cushion to put out any flames you might encounter, and water just to make you fall down to bedrock if you're not prepared. Darn, I thought for sure that would work. Another drop, anyone? But can you make it to the surface without drowning? Before I do this, I want to say, yes, I did use SPC to make myself immortal while I was building this, so I didn't accidentally die. Since this is pre-release 6, SPC doesn't work anymore. So yeah. I'm still invincible, but I can't change that for this video. And I don't know what that is. It looks like some kind of mob. Earlier there was I threw an egg. That was very loud. So yeah, there's a squid up there. And I am not really dying since I'm invincible. Anyway, it only takes about 4 or 5 hearts to get to the top. And now I'm at the top, and am I the only one that finds squid very annoying? They spawn everywhere there's water. It's like annoying, but I suppose this is Flatgrass, and this is the only water. This is the only very large source of water. The other ones are all half frozen. So this is a pool of lava with a little surprise underneath it. And by surprise, I mean another drop to bedrock. I am obsessed with drops. So let's run, and okay. I was gonna jump, but that works too. Now I'm on fire. So let's try that again. And I made it. That's just proof that you can make it. I'm just gonna wait until go out. Okay. So this is the end of the trap, not the dimension, because I know how much everyone hates the confusion between the end of something and the end of the game, and the end with a question mark achievement, and the end without a question mark achievement, and the end dimension. It's very confusing. So here we go. Step here to receive your prize. And I get TNT, and I'm not freaking out because it's not going to detonate, but you don't know that. So behold a block of diamond. And as you can probably hear and see, the block of diamond comes up second, so you don't really know it's there. The second thing I want to show you, and I'm not going to get to that, it's just an arrow shooter with a certain range. I developed my own little system for deciding how far an arrow would go and where exactly it would land, which is pretty much random within a certain area. So yeah, my house is on fire. This is a train auto starter. I built it just out of ingenuity. So you're wondering, if I push this button, you get power. But if I put a cart right there, it's not going to go anywhere because you probably already know that. But if I put it against this wall, it will go that way. But what if I come back? If I hit this button, it'll just turn on. But once I hit there, it'll turn off, which is kind of a coincidence. It could easily have turned off halfway in between these two tracks, and then I wouldn't be going anywhere. Let me just explain the physics of this cart auto starter. Basically, if you start next to a wall and you turn the power on, the cart does know which way to go because there's only one way. But if it's in the middle, it doesn't know which way to go because there's two ways you can go. So I designed this auto starter to go all the way to the end, so it only has one way to go, and that is that way. So the second part of this train system I built is a series of little tracks and switches. Each of these switches goes to a specific location. Now, these two, when they're pointed down, go to the second and third tier. And the second tier is this one right here, where it goes either way. The first tier is here, where it goes either way. And the third tier is way over there on the other side of this building. So, if I switch this one, it says Trap Entrance in Coliseum. Oh, no, wait. That's not the Coliseum one. That's the Coliseum one over there. So, yeah, it says Trap Entrance, Height Damage. I built a little height damage thing. Goes all the way to the sky. Yeah. So, I switched the track. So, now instead of going to the second tier, it's going to that little auto starter right there up against my height damage thing. And of course all the other switches do basically the same thing. This one goes to the trap exit over there. This one goes to either the Coliseum and lighting system or the mob grinder track. I'm not going to switch that since it's kind of not really relevant. So I go over here, and what's this huge coil track? Well, if I put it like this and went straight to here, and the tracks were coming straight on each other, it would treat this as the main line, which I don't want, because then I would switch this track here over and it wouldn't let me go back in the same way I came. So I did this. So now it's going this way, and the main line is here. Right now it's pointing toward the mob grinder track, so I'll show you that first. The other one just goes right to that whole thing. I'll show you that in a minute. This is the animal death coaster. If you get on a minecart and I flip this switch, you will suffocate to death. So let's see what's going on all the way at the end, since the track did say it went here. Now, this goes in a loop infinitely unless you push this button, which switches that track momentarily, and if you're coming along at a high speed, you have a little bit over a second to flip the switch, and you go all the way over here, and behold, another flip. Flip this one, and from there you go into the auto starter, and then flip it when you launch, and you will go straight across after you glitch a little bit, because physics of the carts are a little bit weird. So yeah, that's that. And now I will show, well, first of all, the redstone circuitry behind that, the building is a little bit excessively large. It's not really that complicated. It basically just goes from a switch with a couple of one inverter in one case, because it's on, they're all on constantly, so they need an inverter. Or I suppose I could just switch the signs or something. Whatever. These go to a torch under, imagine, a torch was, oh, hello. Imagine a torch was, great, now I have to break everything. That was poor planning. That was very poor planning. Let me try that again. So yeah, I had a bit of an incident with this. I was trying to demonstrate how it works. Yeah, I had a bit of an incident with that, so I'll just show you what it looks like. In the meantime, these all just go to what I'm about to show you. So I will now show you this. See this? A torch directly under a track switch and a redstone going to it. That redstone will flip on and the torch acts like an inverter, turning this off, and it goes back to its default thing, which is something along the lines of a north, south, or east. I don't remember exactly what the rule is. I think it's northwest rule, but the track tries to go in two directions normally. So yeah. Anyway, now I'm gonna show you my Coliseum / lighting system. First I'll show you the lighting, then I'll show you the Coliseum. That's the Coliseum. It's not really a Coliseum, and just built the skeleton of it. So these are the lights. I found a switch somewhere on YouTube. I don't exactly remember where. I found a switch that flipped pistons, and the guy wasn't exactly sure what to do with it, so I decided to do something for it. So I did this. The switch is basically, if you remove this piston right under me, and there's a block under this piston, so that's pushed down into the roof right now. There can only be one on and one off, and there's two torches there. But if you power the rail and then unpower it with a simple button that goes on and off, they will switch positions. And I take that to my advantage to move this up and switch positions like that. So I will show you a demonstration. And behold, the roof that was once made out of every single block was dirt. It is now made of every other block being glowstone. And the system works indefinitely. You can just keep pushing the button and getting the same result. Now I'm going to show you it on a much larger scale. Obviously it has a limit because pistons can only push 12 blocks, I think. So it has a limit, and the redstone obviously has a limit, but you could use this little thing right here as a inverter, so you could power the rail halfway through the rail without interfering with anything else. See? So now I'm going to show you the lighting on a much larger scale. Beware, this will lag a bit. And behold, a on and off lighting system that I can make pretty much as big as I want, as long as the side to side is only 12 long, but I can make it however long I want. Okay, so now it's pitch black again. Next thing I want to show you is this Coliseum type thing I built. I built it for a friend, and if you're watching this, friend, you know who you are, and I hope you'll be impressed by what I've done with this. So it's called Floodgates, and it's designed to make it more difficult for people to fight in the Coliseum. It's designed for both lava and water. Lava is supposed to cover the entrances, so you can't get out. So let's try it out. And behold, a flood. This is an actual size or width of the Coliseum. It'll be a lot longer, and it'll pretty much encase that whole area over there and this whole area over here. So yeah. Anyway, if I turn it off, hopefully it won't glitch because I haven't worked out all the kinks and bugs yet. So yeah, it looks like it's working. It's designed to do that. If you flip the switch on, it will flood. If you flip the switch off, it will seal itself off and stop flooding. The last two things I want to show you are a really cool little thing that I invented. And no, I didn't use YouTube for this. I invented it all by myself. Do not drop anything down this hole ever with a big EVAR. So I dropped something down the hole because it told me not to, and everyone knows how reverse psychology works. And I'm not moving, and I fall to my death. It's a whole piston system that I designed. This is basically a block with a torch on it, and then a block with a torch on it going up and down. It's basically like an inverter. And yes, there are animal sounds down here because the basement of my house is down here, so I will go through that wall and get back to you guys.